So I recently bought these Beats Studio Buds. I do a lot of traveling, and I thought these might be a great solution when I'm on the road. I'm usually in an airplane a few times a week, every single week of the year. Uh, I have the Apple EarPods. I've been very pleased with them for the last few years. My challenge often with them is that if you drop these, they're very sensitive to dropping. Uh, Not like I drop them all the time, but even that, they tend to somehow break down inside and get a little bit of a hum sound to them. So I've had to replace one of them so far, and the other one has a little bit of a hum to it. So I'm in the process of thinking, do I replace the other one? Nice thing is you can go onto eBay and buy one at a time, and they pair really nicely and easily with your phone through the case. But I happened to see an ad for the Beats Studio Buds during Black Friday. They were on sale for $99, regular $149. They apparently are also being made by Apple. They were obviously a lot cheaper than the EarPods, and so I thought I'd buy them. The case is a little bit bigger, which is a slight downside to them, but not too bad. They sit in my briefcase most of the time as a case. Uh, as far as the amount of time that they last, about the same, 24 hours. Uh, Amongst the charging. Um, what I do like about these is obviously the price point was a little bit lower, which was nice. They have a longer battery life within the earbuds themselves. And as you can see, they're a much smaller unit, and so they sit quite nicely within the ear and harder to tell when you've got them on versus the ear pods that hang down and are very obvious. The challenge, though, that I have found with these, and as I say, they have a nice small size, a little bit hard to put back in the case. I read that from somebody else that they found these very difficult to put back in the case, and sometimes you gotta fiddle with them for a bit to see how they go back in here. The one upside that I really liked with these guys when I first got them, I thought, or at least it said that they last up to 5 hours. Now I can be in a plane for 3 hours at a time, or 4 hours, and these only last about 2.5 hours, which is, especially on noise canceling mode, not as nice when you're only partway through the flight and they die on you, and especially if you wear them going from one connection to another and you have a full time in the airplane and in the airport lasting 4 or 5 hours. So I really like that idea with these. But here are the things I don't like and why they don't work as a business application. The earbuds themselves, while they don't stay in the ear quite as well as the earpods, if they start to move around a little bit and you reach in um, and you try to grasp around here, the on-off switch is on the top. And when you grab around here, invariably what happens is you end up turning them off or causing them to go on or off. And that's a real issue if you're on a Zoom call or if you're on a conference call or even just a telephone call. And all of a sudden the earbud is coming out of your ear and you want to just adjust it a little bit. It's hard to know where to grab on this thing to make that adjustment. And so there were a number of times that I ended up canceling a call or deleting myself from a Zoom call, and that can be a problem, especially in business. Another thing that I didn't like about them is that the noise canceling is not quite as good as the EarPods, nor I even found the sound a little bit less quality than the EarPods. Not surprising, they're both made by Apple, and so Apple wouldn't want to sell something that is better at a lower price point. I get that. That being said, though, when it's in noise canceling mode, um, it's hard sometimes to differentiate. I at times would wonder, am I in noise canceling mode now or am I not? And further than that, uh, when I'm not in noise canceling mode, the EarPods have a really good transparency mode where you can almost not tell you're wearing them. But with these ones, it almost made me, it sounded odd and made me feel like I was a little bit in a tunnel. So, anyway, overall, I don't believe that these are the better solution for business. I'm definitely going to stay with the EarPods and probably replace the left hand one and enjoy them. So I thought that'd be a helpful bit of information for you, especially if you do a lot of travel, you're on a plane, and you need them for business purposes, and you don't want to cut off other people while you're on a telephone call with them.